Hello, welcome back to my travel vlog. Today I'm going to show you the famous Lingaraj temple of Orissa. We are not allowed to take the cameras inside, so I will try to show you as much as possible. Love you. Lingaraj temple, Puri and Konark are said to be the golden triangle because they are the major tourist attraction and must visit place in Orissa. The one you see here is my lovely sister-in-law, Vijaya Unnava. I came with her to this place. The pond you see here is the famous Padahara. The pond has small temple-like structures around it in which there are small Shivlingas. I have been visiting this temple since my childhood and now I see many of those small temples are missing. This is a famous photograph in which we can see the reflection of the temple in the pond. According to the legend, Ma Parvati killed two demons, Kirti and Kritibasu, by pressing them into the ground with her legs. A ditch was formed there, was filled by water and came to be known as Padahara Pokhari. Ma Parvati is brought for a sacred bath here on every Durgashtami in Dashera. The whole Lingaraj temple complex is surrounded by a wall which is broad enough to walk on, and this is done to protect against the invaders from entering into the temple. And there are around 150 temples inside this complex, of which Lingaraj is the main deity. That's the entry point there, and the whole place around the temple is being beautified. The white structure you see there is the shade provided for the devotees. There are more than 60,000 devotees visiting the temple every day. The temple you see here is of Hanuman. As I cannot take the camera inside, I am trying to show you the stone with which the temple inside is also built. This is a kind of red stone and laterite. So there is this pendal or umbrella like structure where you can buy the things you want for prayers and puja. The tree you see outside to the left of the entrance is also said to be a very, very old tree. So we can see the picture of Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra here. Now this tree provides shade to the security people who check the devotees going into the temple to see if they are taking in the cell phones or the leather goods or other prohibited items. The very next to the tree, you see a place where you have to deposit your slippers, and you can see on the wall the cameras are not allowed, the leather goods are not allowed. We can deposit all the prohibited items here and can collect after we come out of the temple. This is the entrance gate, which is called the Simha Dwara. It is facing east. The doors of the entrance are said to be made of sandalwood. If we observe the pictures on the wall of the entrance, on the left side, you see the picture which has half of Shiva and half of Vishnu together. And on the right side of the entrance, you have half of Parvati and half of Lakshmi. Lord Lingaraj is worshipped as Harihara, and Tulsi leaves and Bilvapatras both are offered to the god as per Vaishnavism and also Shaivism rituals. So on the left, you have a place to wash your hands and legs, and then there is a small Ganesh temple, and the red pillar you see is of Nandi. This is the road along the northern wall of the complex. Here you can see the vendors selling all the things that are need to be offered to the god, and there's lots of beautification being done here. And the red and white structure you see is the platform from which the non-Hindus can have a glimpse of the temple. So Bhubaneswar is a town of temples. There are lots of temples. The mention of Lingaraj Mahadev was in Brahma Purana, where Lingaraj is said to be under a mango tree, which is called the Ekamra Kshetra. So Bhubaneswar was called Ekamra Kshetra after Lingaraj, and then it got its name Bhubaneswar, which is again another name of Lingaraj. The temple was built in 11th century, and it has got beautiful architecture of Kalinga dynasty. The temple is built with red stones, and the stories of Indian mythology are depicted. There are around 150 temples in the Lingaraj complex of Narasimha, Ma Durga, Ganesha, Kartikeya, even the temple of Amarnath. It is believed that the water flows from under the Shivalinga into the pond called Bindu Sagara. Shiva made the pond to quench the thirst of Parvati, who was tired after defeating the demons in the war. The flag on the Shikhara of Lingaraj temple is on the top of a bow and arrow called Pinaki. Usually we see a Trishul on the Shikharas of Shiva temples. This depicts the unison of Shaivism and Vaishnavism, and the name of the god as Harihara. We can also see the temples of Varaha, of sun god Surya, and Ma Kali. There is a temple for Parvati on the northwest, where the idol is black in color. All around you see around 150 temples, but not all temples are in good condition. Ruling structure you see there is Udangan Gajasimha, which is one of the architects of Kalinga dynasty. The whole temple complex is very beautiful sight from the platform. There are other small temples even outside the complex. We can also see the Bindu Sagara pond, which is supposed to be filled with all the rivers in India, all the religious rivers of India. And Lingaraj means the king of all the Shivalingas. The famous Bindu Sagara pond is behind the Konark temple. Here you see the Bindu Sagara pond with Konark temple in the backdrop. This pond is regularly cleaned, and the devotees take a holy dip in the pond before visiting the temple on auspicious days. You can see all the fruits, vegetables, and all the important items being sold on the road along the north way. I wish to go there 100 times again and again. This is the famous Obada, the Lingaraj Prasad, It is cooked placing pot upon pot, 6 pots on the fire, and it is cooked without garlic, onion and potato. It's very tasty and should try. This is called kanika, the sweet rice. And next to kanika, we have the dalma, which is a dal with vegetables. This is the khajur khatta, and that is besara, a mixture of all the vegetables and coconut. Apart from this, we also get another dish called mauro. This is again, it's a mixture of all the vegetables and coconut without garlic or onion. Everyone should try the unique taste of the oboda of Lingaraj and of Puri Jagannath. With more interesting places, I'll meet you in my next episode. Love you, Prabha. Please like, share and subscribe. Love you.